So I'm going to talk a little bit about the different iPads and tablets that I've been using. This is the one I use the most. It's not all that portable because it tends to be pretty heavy in your purse, but I do really love the big screen and I've gotten used to that. So it is my favorite right now. I did buy this case on Amazon. I could put a link for that. I do like the fact that it has like a slightly magnetic feel, so it does close without me having to worry about it closing. It folds back and it gives you a couple different positions for when you want to prop your iPad up. So I have it right now in landscape, but sometimes depending if I have it on my lap, I'll turn it and it will be portrait. So the bar will be down here. So this particular case has a spot for the pencil, which is the second generation Apple Pencil right here. And there is a magnetic bar along the top of the iPad. And when you put the pencil in, it automatically magnetizes to that charging strip. So the great thing is your pencil is always charged. If the iPad has any juice in it, then your pencil is going to be charged as well. So I just pop it out, and then I know that when I'm done and I'm putting the cover back on, it's nice and safe and protected, and it can't fall out. This is the iPad Pro 12.9 inch 2022. It was the most recent version until the release last year. So there is one version newer than this, and this has what they call an M2 chip. So it is fast, it can handle a lot, but it is not the most current version. And like I said, I do love the big screen, I have to admit. Okay. Next up is my Samsung Galaxy tablet. And I bought this last year. I have always had Android products, Android phones, Android, Kindle, Fire, HP laptops, HP desktops. So learning the iPad has been great, but my comfort zone originally has always been in the Android products. So I bought this because I wanted to be able to do digital planning in Android operating system as well. So this is a Samsung Galaxy Tab S9 FE Plus. Now I accidentally bought an FE, or was it a Galaxy 9, and I realized that did not take it did not take the S Pen pencil that I wanted. So I returned it and I made sure I got the FE Plus, which takes the pencil and it also has the ability to charge it. So right now this is in portrait mode. Let me turn it. So now it's turned. So this case is very similar to the other one, only the interesting thing is the pencil slot is on the left side. So being right-handed, it's a little awkward for me to reach over and get it. Believe it or not, I'm used to just grabbing it out of the iPad over here, but it's not that big a deal. And I did get a lilac pencil because, I wanted to match the case. So the nice thing about this too is that Samsung moved the camera lens from here over to the side because most people like to record in landscape, and that was the feedback that they got. So it's actually here, it's kind of neat. I've enjoyed it, and I don't use this as much as the iPad, but I have to say I love the functionality. I still love digital planning in it. I'm used to all the apps because that's what my phone is. So it's just kind of like going to a bigger phone screen, really. So again, this is the Galaxy Tab S9 FE Plus with the S Pen, the Samsung S Pen. So let me close this up. Is my iPad mini, and I purchased this last fall after the new versions came out of the iPad because the iPad Pro was heavy and I could really feel it when I was trying to carry it around. It just wasn't that convenient. So I convinced myself that I needed this because I needed something small and lightweight that would just sync automatically and I could leave the house, tuck it in any size purse. It's all true, but I don't know if I needed it as much as I talked myself into. So very similar case. What the mistake I made with this case, I did not make sure that the pencil holder was part of the case. So the pencil does magnetize to the top or to the side of the iPad, but the problem is it's loose. So as I close that up, if I have it in a pile of books or it's in and out of my purse, it doesn't take much for that to come out. So I probably will be buying a new case and looking for one that has it built in so that I know it's tucked away safely and I don't have to worry about it falling out. But other than that, it's adorable, as you can see. And the case folds up. And you can watch movies on it, do whatever you want, digital planning. And you know, the great thing about digital planning is since you can expand your screen, you don't actually have to have that big a screen. If you're just taking notes or looking at your calendar, you know, you're using your fingers to get it in and out. So really, the size isn't an issue. And for portability, it's really fantastic. So I'll just put that information for all three of them down in the thing. And, you know, by the way, you can absolutely digital plan with tablets and iPads that are older. You do not need to have brand new versions at all. And you can get an iPad that's a few years old and perfectly capable of handling the digital planning software. And they're absolutely so inexpensive. You can buy ones that are hardly used, and it's really fantastic. So that's the equipment scope down for today.